Hello everyone, so today we're going to be talking about how to make gold as a new player with the new gold changes. So instead of doing purple trains like what I've been saying in my previous videos, as a new player you actually don't really want to do purple train unless you want to play only one character. If you want to be the most efficient with your time, what you want to be doing is knocking out daily challenges on multiple characters as quickly as possible. The reason is because when you go to the daily challenge over here, you get a lot of reputation, but more importantly, you get an Orb of Ascension shard. So at the moment, I don't know if you can sell this item yet, I don't know if they fixed it, but when you can sell these items, these Orb of Ascensions will be worth quite a lot because you need them for Heaven's Mandate. And if we look at Heaven's Mandate, that's a guaranteed 12 gold and 93 silver if you are premium. If you're not premium, it's still 9 gold, which is pretty good. So these shards are going to be worth a lot based off the amount of gold that you get, your return on investment. So you want to be doing your daily challenge on as many characters as possible, because each time you finish it, you do get one Orb of Ascension shard, and when you get 6 of them, you can make them into an orb. Remember, when you make them into an orb, it becomes character bound. However, when it's a shard, it is tradable, it is sellable, and you can deal whatever you want with it, which is very, very nice. So let's go over the stuff that I recommend people to do. First of all, you can always do Tower of Infinity, because Tower of Infinity is relatively easy, especially if you use the escape method, where you do the first 3 levels and then you just wind stride out after completing the quest. That way, when you come in tomorrow or when you come in the next day, you again start at floor 1. And this will allow you to do it on multiple characters very, very quickly. And also, it also gives you the lunar coin, which is very nice for the event. And if you've been doing the event every single day, you should be able to get a Divine Grace Stone for free relatively easily with your lunar coins. So the next thing that you want to consider is Outlaw Island, or the solo dungeons. I really recommend people to learn Outlaw Island. The main reason is because it is a substantial amount of gold, 11 gold for a solo dungeon. And you can do this dungeon with relatively low gear. However, you just do need to learn the mechanics and learn the boss rotations. So do let me know in the comments below if you do want me to make a guide on Outlaw Island. I can definitely do that. It's not too difficult nowadays, especially since we get a lot of DPS now by just completing the story. The gear that we get is pretty substantial. Then of course you've always got your easy dungeon, which is sometimes Heaven's Mandate or Cold Storage. I recommend doing Cold Storage every single day because of the gold. Heaven's Mandate, I would try to do it every single day. However, of course it depends on whether you have an orb and how lucky you are in F8 if someone else has an orb. What I've been doing with my pre-made is we've just been rotating. So every single day one of us uses one orb in order to open the Heaven's Mandate in order to get the gold reward. And since there's 6 people in my pre-made, that way we can do Heaven's Mandate 6 days a week. And on the 7th day we just kind of see who has an extra orb or who has or who's willing to use their orb to open the last one. And that's what I do with my pre-made. And then after Heaven's Mandate, another one that I always recommend new players to do is Midnight Sky Petal Plains. A lot of people have brushed this one off and started ignoring this dungeon, but keep in mind it gives 12 gold. Even if you're not premium, it's still like a good 10 gold, which is quite significant. So I really do recommend people to every day at least do MSP, at least do Cold Storage and Heaven's Mandate, as well as whatever else you need to do to complete the daily challenge. You could always do Celestial Basin, and then there's usually an easy dungeon or a solo dungeon which you can do. And by doing that, you get at least like a good 40 gold every single day on a character. And after getting 40 gold on one character, I would immediately just switch to another character and do the same thing over and over and over again. And by doing that on multiple characters, let's say you do it on 3 characters, you get quite a significant amount of gold. You get, if you got 40 gold per character, you did on 3 characters, that's 120 gold. And the time investment to do the daily challenges isn't that big. Sure, you might need to find a party for MSP, but that doesn't take too long because a lot of new players are coming into the game, and a lot of new players, they can't do the hard dungeons, they can't do the purple trains, but they can do MSP. And this is how I recommend newer players to accumulate gold. It's just level up multiple characters, because when you complete the story, you come out already with a Dawnforge or Riftwalk stage 3 weapon, which is a significant boost in damage already. So you could just stick with that, or you can immediately upgrade that to a Raven weapon if you want, because you want to go to the raid path. You don't have to. You can stick with your Dawnforge or your Riftwalk and upgrade that all the way to 9 and then switch over if you want. It's really up to you, but definitely it's just really nice to have the option to do that. And so I recommend a lot of newer players to go this path instead of doing what geared players or veteran players such as myself, we do purple trains, because we just want to blast through all the dungeons, get all that gold, and then just leave. But for newer players, I understand that you guys can't do that. There's a lot of dungeons out there that you can't do because you can't find a party, or people just don't accept you, or whatever, because F8 is kind of a mess right now. And this is why I recommend to just do the daily challenge. And if you go this path by doing your daily challenge every single day, you kind of want to gauge on how much time you want to spend on each character. Maybe you only have 2 hours to play Blade and Soul every day, or maybe only 1 hour. If you have 1 hour, maybe 2 characters is pushing it already, because you know it does take around 30 minutes to do your daily challenge if you decide to do the harder ones. So for example, if we do today's daily challenge, we might do Outlaw Island, we might do Heaven's Mandate, we might do Cold Storage, and we'll do Midnight Sky Petal Plains. So we'll do these 4 dungeons, and voila, your daily challenge is complete. And then you get around your 40 gold, and then you switch to your next character and you do the same thing again. And by the time you do that, that's definitely an hour to an hour and a half gone. So maybe that's too much for you, maybe you don't have that much time to play, then maybe you just have to focus on one character and just settle with 40 gold every single day, which is, in my opinion, pretty good already. Because when I first started out, I started making 10 gold every single day. Then I slowly got enough money, enough gear to upgrade. Then I made 20 gold every single day. Then 40, then 50, then 80. And then it just slowly goes up like that. And keep in mind that to make gold, it's really important to have multiple characters. The more characters you have, the more gold potential you can make in a shorter period of time. But whenever you have all this gold, I do not invest it on multiple characters. I invest it all on one character to make that one character super strong. Like at the moment, my summoner, she's basically max gear, and now everything, all the money that she makes, all the resources that she gets, slowly trickles down to my second character, which is my gunner. And when she's maxed out, I'll slowly trickle down to my blade master, and so forth and so on. And just, you know, play for the long game, because this game is a Korean MMO. It's super grindy, and don't expect to be able to become, you know, Raven 9 or Ransu 3 in a couple of days or in a couple of weeks. It doesn't really work like that unless you spend a lot of money, or if you just go crazy no life and just don't stop playing the game, which I don't recommend because you'll burn yourself out pretty fast if you do that. But yeah, that's about it for the tips I can give you. Again, the TLDR is to do your daily challenge every single day, know what quests you can do every single day and how much gold it gives you, and see if it's worth your time. And then just do it if it is, and if it's not, then cut it out of your daily train or your routine and level up another character and do what you can do on multiple characters to maximize your gold gain. But yeah, that wraps up this video. Hopefully it helped. If it did, I would appreciate a subscribe, as it really does help out my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
What can I say except you're welcome, for the heals, the boosts, the rest.